हेलो फ्रेंड्स, एजुफेवरेन चैनल को समस्त को स्वागत करुच्ची। लास्ट वीडियो रे हमें इंडियन पॉलिटी सीरीज रो फर्स्ट चैप्टर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डेवलपमेंट रिलेटेड किसी इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन डिस्कशन करते। तो आज हम वीडियो रे बाकी थिबा इंपोर्टेंट क्वेश्चन को कवर करबा एवं फर्स्ट चैप्टर को शेष करबा। ओके, तो वीडियो को स्टार्ट करिया गुरु आपण माने जो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करि नांती प्लीज सब्सक्राइब कर दियंतु एवं बेल आइकन को प्रेस कर दियंतु एवं लेटेस्ट अपडेट पाया पे। तो चलंतु वीडियो को स्टार्ट करिबा। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखंतु, व्हाट आर द फीचर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंटरी रिफॉर्म्स जोटा को इंडियन काउंसिल एक्ट 1909 भी कहा जाए। इट इंट्रोड्यूस सेपरेट इलेक्टोरेट, ए सिस्टम ऑफ कम्युनल रिप्रेजेंटेशन फॉर मुस्लिम्स. It increased the size of central and provincial legislative councils. The number of members in the central legislative council was raised from 16 to 60. It allowed the provincial legislative councils to have non-official majority. Okay, तो देखो ये सब स्टेटमेंट होची गोटे फीचर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंटरी रिफॉर्म्स. सो राइट आंसर होची आपन ऑप्शन ई, दैट इज ऑल ऑफ द अबव. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज आर ट्रू रिगार्डिंग द पार्लियामेंटरी रिफॉर्म्स? सत्येंद्र प्रसाद सिन्हा became the first Indian to join the Viceroy's Executive Council. The reforms introduced separate electorates. तो दीटा को स्टेटमेंट होची ट्रू. सो द राइट आंसर होची ऑप्शन ए, बोथ आई एंड 2i. 1909 Act is also known as Parliamentary Reforms. Lord Morley was then Secretary of State for India and Lord Minto was the then Viceroy of India. It introduced separate electorate, a system of communal representation for Muslims. Under this, the Muslim members were to be elected only by Muslim voters. Thus, the act of legalized communalism, and Lord Minto came to be known as the father of communal electorate. Next question, who among the following is known as the father of communal electorate in India? तो ये राइट आंसर होची आपन ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज लॉर्ड मिंटो. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज आर ट्रू रिगार्डिंग द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1990? It abolished diarchy introduced by 1909 parliamentary reforms. It introduced direct election in the country. तो आपनकर आंसर होची ऑप्शन सी, दैट इज ओनली ऑप्शन 2, जोटा कि होची इट इंट्रोड्यूस्ड डायरेक्ट इलेक्शन इन द कंट्री. देखो तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1990 is also known as Montego-Chelmsford reform, as Montego was Secretary of State for India and Lord Chelmsford was Viceroy of India. देखो तो कौन मेन फीचर्स कौन था गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1990 रा? It introduced bicameralism and direct election in the country. Indian Legislative Council was replaced by a bicameral legislature having an upper house, Council of State, and a lower house, Legislative Assembly. It provided separate electorates for Sikhs, Indian Christians, Anglo-Indians, and Europeans as per the principle of communal representation. It created a new office of the High Commissioner for India in London and transferred to him some of the functions still now performed by the Secretary of State for India. It provided for the establishment of a public service commission. Okay. Next question, what are the features of Government of India Act 1990? तो देखो तो सब स्टेटमेंट होची गोटे फीचर्स. सो राइट आंसर होची आपन ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज ऑल ऑफ द अबव. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एक्ट इंट्रोड्यूस बाइकैमरलिज्म एंड डायरेक्ट इलेक्शन इन द कंट्री? तो ये राइट आंसर होची आपन ऑप्शन बी, दैट इज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1990. व्हिच अमंग द फॉलोइंग एक्ट्स मार्क्ड ए सेकंड माइलस्टोन towards a completely responsible government in India? Your right answer is option A, that is Government of India Act 1935. What were the silent features of Government of India Act 1935? Federation and provincial autonomy, diarchy at the center, abolition of diarchy in the state. So your right answer is option D, that is all 1, 2 and 3. Okay. तो तीनटा को स्टेटमेंट, दैट इज फेडरेशन, प्रोविंशियल ऑटोनॉमी, डायरची एट द सेंटर, एबोलिशन ऑफ डायरची इन द स्टेट होची गोटे फीचर्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935. गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1935 वाज सेकंड माइलस्टोन टुवर्ड्स a completely responsible government in India. It was lengthy and detailed. It has 321 sections and 10 schedules. It provided for the establishment of an all India federation consisting of provinces and princely state as units. The act divided the powers between the center and units by 3 lists: federal list for center with 59 items, provincial list for provinces with 54 items, and the concurrent list for both with 36 items. It provided for diarchy at the center. Okay. Next question. The Government of India Act 1935 provided for right answer is option D, all of the above. Provincial autonomy, all India federation at the center, establishment of federal court. Which act divided legislative powers between the center and provinces? The right answer is option C, that is Government of India Act 1935. What were the recommendation of Simon Commission? The right answer is option D, that is all of the above. Abolition of diarchy, extension of responsible government in the provinces, establishment of a federation of British India and princely state, continuation of communal electorate. Okay. In November 1927, the British government announced the appointment of a 7-member statutory commission under the chairmanship of Sir John Simon. It was to report on the condition of India under its new constitution. All the members of the commission were British. This led to its boycott by all the parties. The commission submitted its report in 1930. Next question. Which of the following are true? Simon Commission, which was appointed in 1927, submitted its report in 1930, which suggested abolition of diarchy. The Pune Pact was a reaction to the Simon Commission and its report. So देखो ये केवल option 1 होची आपनकर true statement. So right answer is option C, that is only 1. That is Simon Commission, which was appointed in 1927, submitted its report in 1930, which suggested abolition of diarchy. The correct statement. Cripps Mission gave the powers. The right answer is option D, that is all of the above. Cripps Mission gave the powers to make Indian constitution completed by Indians, options for provinces to have a separate constitution, a concrete plan for constitutional assembly. Stafford Cripps, under the famous Cripps Mission, was sent to India in the year. Right answer is option C, that is 1942. Which of the following proposals were made under the August offer? The right answer is option D, that is all of the above. Setting up of Constitutional Assembly, expansion of Viceroy's Executive Council. Okay. The Constituent Assembly of India was set up under the framework of. So your right answer is option D, that is Cabinet Mission Plan 1946. Who among the following were the members of Cabinet Mission Plan which arrived Delhi in 1946? Lord Patrick Lawrence, Sir Stafford Cripps, A.V. Alexander. So some of the member thile Cabinet Mission Plan ro. Right answer is option D, that is all of the above. देखो Sir Patrick Lawrence Secretary of State for India thile. से भली Sir Stafford Cripps से thile President of the Board of Trade, and A.V. Alexander First Lord of Admiralty. Okay. Who among the following was the leader of Cabinet Mission? Cabinet Mission रो leader किए थे? The right answer है option B, Sir Stafford Cripps. Which were the changes introduced by Indian Independence Act 1947? Okay. It provided right to secede from British Commonwealth. It gave two options to princely state, that is join either India or Pakistan. It made India a dominion. It abolished office of the Viceroy. The right answer is option A, that is only 1, 3 and 4. 1 it provided right to secede from British Commonwealth. 3 it made India a dominion. 4 it abolished office of the Viceroy. Indian Independence Act 1947 ended the British rule in India and declared India as an independent and sovereign state from August of 1947. It provided for the partition of India and creation of two independent dominions of India, dominions of India and Pakistan, with the right to secede from British Commonwealth. It abolished the office of Viceroy and provided for each dominion a Governor General, who was to be appointed by the British King on the advice of the Dominion Cabinet. Okay. Who was the first Governor General of Dominion of India? तो यार राइट आंसर होइछे आपन ऑप्शन डी, दैट इज लॉर्ड माउंटबेटन. ओके. Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, popularly known as Rajaji, was independent India's first Indian Governor General. He was also the last one. Okay, so this is the end of the question. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please do subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you.